Hi guys, Ken Chigbo, aka Ken FX, free back with another week roundup and look ahead. Now, last week, what did we observe in the markets is just very much about, there wasn't anything major on a fundamental front for me. It's more so technical moves, seeing that pullback for the dollar index. You know, I've been speaking about this for weeks, right? The price action being very reminiscent to what we saw back here in 2018. Look, the breakout and the retest of this 92.50 towards sort of 92.25, double low at a push, breakout and retest. Similar to there or thereabouts what we're observing now. So for me, I'm looking for a resumption of upside pressure. Remember, data's been good out of the US economy, largely improving. We had the ISM services PMI last week coming in at the highest in the services in the history of the report. Remember, just a week before that, we had a very good NFP number, good labor market data. But this week we saw unemployment claims jumping a little bit, which isn't that good. But more or less, dips I expect to continue to be bought for the dollar as the economic recovery as a whole looks very buoyant, in my view, as it picks up pace versus its peers. Now, with that being said, what am I looking at for this week? Again, as I say, a resumption of upside pressure for dollar. There are a few things like GBP, for example, this week. Well, you can see in the last few weeks, really, it continues to be cooling. Now, it comes after a big pumping so consistently to the upside. We need to see a technical correction. That's all it is. And there's some really amazing short opportunities here for GU. We caught this flag structure breakout here on the 4 hour. You can see this pennant that we formed, subject to further downside pressure. In terms of specifics, by the way, guys, trade analysis, technicals, fundamentals, just check out freakfxtrading.com. Our community gets all that value there. Just want to note, with GU, remember we had this left shoulder's head, this right shoulder, inverse head and shoulder structure. Perhaps we're coming back down for a big retest of that neckline area. I am interested in seeing if we're able to break down this sort of 136.75 where we're at now, sort of weekly support. I'd be interested to see us come all the way down to 135.00 just to retest that neckline. That would be very interesting. Same with GJ, downside pressure, big bearish engulfing there in the latest weekly candle. Similar, we've been taking advantage of these moves to the downside, just these simple sort of consolidationary patterns. A bit of a fake out of our pennant there, but this breakout here to the downside, flat mini flag here, breakout, flag here, breakout. One last thing just want to give you is AUD, okay? AUD, we had the RBA rate decision last week. They said they're ready to act if needed. Still, in terms of dovish tone there for me. It was neutral, but more so dovish because they said that rates aren't expected to go up until 2024, similar to FOMC, right? So we had this left shoulder, this head, this right shoulder for AUD, break out of that neckline, a retest. Have been retesting that neckline area, forming this flag structure. I'm looking for a nice breakout to the downside. If you look on a weekly, sorry, I just went from the daily to the weekly, but if you look at the weekly, how we broke out, you see this range here, range, this big support area where that neckline was really, and how we've broken out of this range, and now we've retested this range, and now it's subject to further downside, in my view, a deeper correction. So guys, other than that, look, this week, in terms of what we're looking out for, Fed chair speaking, we have the RBNZ rate decision for New Zealand dollar. We've got Chinese GDP. So there are certainly some big data points to be aware of. Do not hesitate. Check out freakfxtrading.com to become part of our community, fundamental and technical analysis, help you become an all-round trader. And of course, the BluFX solution is an amazing one. Do not even think twice. It's good, and it's going to help you become an all-rounded trader for sure. Other than that, that's it from me. Have an amazing week. Let's get it.